Hope you're okay. I'm doing this on my phone because I tried to do it on my laptop, and my emergency phone call just then to Nick was just to say, I can't do it, so just try to do it on your phone. So I wanted to talk to you today about anxiety. Can you do me a favour? Can you let me know? Can you hear me? Because Lord above knows whether you can or not, or whether I'm just talking to myself. And as we all know, I don't mind talking to myself. All is good. Do us a favour, though, if you are there, thank you, Sylvia. If you're there, can you just let me know? Can you hear me? Or whether or not I'm just look like I'm lip syncing to somebody whose music you can't hear either. So I wanted today, hello, say hello to Sue. Hello, Mum. You all right? Can you hear me? Type something in somewhere, someone, please, if you can. Oh, he's so nice because I can see all the lovely people I know. Thank you, Linda. That is so kind. So I wanted to talk today, and hi, Shell. I'm just going to let you know at some point, because I haven't told him, my husband's going to come in, and there's likely to be 2 spaniels who've just been clipped. So if you hear a commotion behind me, I'm going to pretend it's not happening. He'll not be impressed because I haven't told him, and he'll end up on here. Hi, Ashley. Hello, Ali. Oh, this is so nice. I could just sit here. Why have we not done this before? So I've just had a 2-hour chat with Nick. So there's Nick and Nikki who do this site. And we've just had a literally 2-hour chat about how can we bring this to life a little bit more. We've done our own little videos. So we've just done something called Zoom. And anybody who knows me knows that me and technology don't particularly work well. You should have seen me 2 minutes ago when I couldn't get this to work. So Nick's going to deal with that. But what we have decided, and are you ready? Wednesday night, are you ready? My Wednesday night group. But this is open to everybody. We are going to do, thanks Dad, we're going to do a live chat on a Wednesday evening. Which is going to start. I don't know whether you can see me. Can someone let me know when the WhatsApps come through? Can you see them? Because if they can, that's cool. But if not, I don't think you need to know what my Wednesday night are all talking about. So just let me know if they're coming through. So Wednesday night, we are from 6 o'clock. Me and Nick are going to do on Zoom, I think. She's going to deal with all of this. Also on Facebook. Oh, I'm doing something. We're going to do a live question and answer session. We're also going to touch on dealing with anxiety. So I wanted to do it Wednesday evening because I run an amazing group on a Wednesday night who I love the people that are in it. But of course, we can't do Wednesday evenings at college anymore. So I was like to Nick, let's do Wednesday night. So that's what we're going to do. You can see, Ellie, can you see everything? Can you see Nat's? Ellie, can you see Nat's messages coming through? You can't see what's out. That's good, right? Fabulous. Thank you, Nick, for telling me it's Zoom. See, this is why she was going to do the advertising for it. I could do the talking technology. Not got a bloody clue. So we've just had a really, really good chat about it. We're going to start doing, how you doing, Kev? Going to start doing 2 lots of classes. We're going to do one informal where we're going to do some chatting. Any questions that you've got coming through to us, I'm going to be so easily distracted. This is going to drive me botty, but I'm in my element. So we're going to do like a question and answer session on Zoom where you can come up on your video if you choose to, or if you don't want to come up on video, you don't have to do. You could just type questions to us. So we're going to do that starting this Wednesday at 6, but we will show you the links and everything. That's laughing at Ali. Just nobody WhatsApp me. Thanks. Note to self, turn that off somehow. That'll be another question I have to ask Nick. So question and answers, we're going to talk about anxiety because that's one of the things that we've had a lot of people coming through to us. We're also as well in the next week going to also do a bit more of and when I say formal, we all know that some of us don't do formal classes. Nick's much better at that than me actually, but we are going to do also on certain topics, so we're going to start to do that. We're also going to bring in, hi Joe, hi Jez, this is great, we should just do this in general. Oh, Nits, hello, literally we should just do this in general just so we can all sit and chat. This is amazing. Debbie, how you doing? I'm speaking to people I haven't spoken to forever. Sorry Mum, not to touch my face, sorry, that's what I'm going to get. Look, hands, I'll sit on them. So I wanted to talk, there was a reason why I wanted to do this today. I wanted to talk to you today about that moment when basically this whole world of chaos that is going on suddenly becomes real to you. I think we all have different points. A few of you will know that I've had an interesting 3 or 4 month. And I've been self-isolated before this even happened, just to kind of, just where I've been. I'll tell you about that another time. So for me, self-isolating and not going out too much hasn't been that much of a big deal for me. I quite like my own company. I love being here with my boys. All three of them, the four-legged and the two-legged ones. So it's not been too much of a major thing. Now, I teach change. I teach how to deal with change. I teach resilience, and I teach confidence and self-esteem, all of those things. But I still have those same worries as well. And for me, the bit this morning that I kind of got overwhelmed at, and which it sounds funny now, but it was real this morning, was when I got a message from my son saying they're shutting McDonald's. And I was like, rightio then. And for me, my classes will know this, I spend quite a lot of time sat in the car park at McDonald's, which I know makes me sound a little bit weird. Claire, how are you, gorgeous? Makes me sound a little bit weird, but it's where it is. For me, the drive-through at McDonald's was my ability to be able to go out. So I've got myself out of the house to kind of not have to get out of the car at the other end of it, and I would go and get myself a cup of tea. It's good to see you, sweet lady. It was that ability, and I got to know all the people in the windows at the McDonald's drive-through. Lem Services, it's where I used to be. And I used to go and sit in the car with my cup of tea, and I'd sit there with my book, or I would listen to the radio, but it was my calm place. It was my ability to get out of the house but still felt calm, which for me was a really big step. It was also the place that I would go sometimes that would switch off from home to work, because when you're at home and you've been walking the dogs and you've been this, that and the other, and then you're trying to transfer into that person that kind of goes, this is what I do for a living. I needed that bit in the middle. I also needed the egg sandwich. It was a bit of a comfort thing. So I'd stopped the egg sandwich for a little while. I've been doing that. But I'd still go and get a cup of tea and a fruit bag. Hello, I know, how good. And this morning, I was kind of talking to the lady at the drive-in, and I just lived in hope. Sorry, Mum, just touched my face. I lived in hope that... I have washed my hands on, Mum. I did do them before. It's nothing like being told off, is there, on a live broadcast off your Mum? She'll shout at me for that. So I was saying to the lady this morning, who I speak to, if I'm being honest, most mornings. I said, are you closing? Living in hope that they weren't. She says, no, yeah. She says, yeah, we are. We found out this morning. I said, right, okay. So I'm really sorry about that. I said, I'm going to miss you. And then I went down to the bottom one, and Anthony was there. And I've been talking to Anthony for about 3-4 months. And again, said to him, thanks very much for this. And I said, I'll see you on the other side. And do you know what? I got parked up, just as in the car with me, and the spaniels were in the back, because we've been walking. This is 6:30 this morning, so we avoided everybody. And I just burst into tears and just was like, right, what do I do with this? But he's kind of used to this. He's like, do I need to do something with this? I was like, no, I just need to. Sorry, Nat, I'm talking about McDonald's and it's closing, innit? We're all having cravings for it. But I was just like, it proper upset me, because I said, this is where I usually sit, and I usually sit like watching where the lorries are, and this is making me sound like a right geek, but it works for me in my world. I mustn't tell myself off for doing something that I enjoy doing. And I proper cried, and I thought, that lady and that gentleman in that window, I've had a real kind of connection with them in just a morning. How are you? You all right? They've been my safe people for me to leave the house, and anybody who knows, thank you, Anne-Louise, literally thank you. It's like when you've struggled to leave the house, and then you do leave the house, you need to go to safe places. So that was the bit. Oh, Lizzie, lovely to see you. It was that was the bit this morning that I had my shit, this is real moment. Now I know in the grand sum of things, not being able to go to McDonald's to get a cup of tea is neither here nor there. And once I had a good cry, I kind of sat there and thought, well, if I need to leave the house, if I'm allowed to leave the house, to go in the car, to sit at the car park, then I can do. Because when you work from... that was my husband, bless him. When you... I forgot where he's gone now, so I've got distracted. He talks to me on text because he's outside on the phone. And I don't know what I'm talking about now. Justice talks to me and I've lost my thought. So, getting in the car. I thought I can get myself a cup of tea now and leave. Because when you work from home, you have to be really disciplined, because otherwise that teller goes on, or you find all the jobs that you don't normally want to do if you weren't working that suddenly need doing. So for me to go away, I tend to take a big bag full of stuff. I don't think I've got it. It's somewhere. It's about somewhere. And I think to myself, right, I'm going to do something with that now. So I was like, what do I need to do with this? How can I work with this? So for me, it's about, I want us to start to think about, what do we do when the reality of our world changes? Because there's a lot of things that we can look at and we'll just plod along and we'll get used to it. But what can you do to quell that anxiety when it arises? So I had a gorgeous lady message me earlier. I'm not going to mention any names because it's not needed, but I wanted to I want to talk to all of you about this, that if you have that anxiety there, how can we just have that moment of calm and that moment of stillness? Now I'm gonna just do a little bit of a grounding exercise with you. I am going to put a caveat on this, because I have a feeling halfway through this grounding exercise that there are going to be spaniels up here and husband shouts hello. I'm working on professionalism, it's not working at the moment, so I'm just letting you know that's the case. But that for me is reality. This, whenever I teach mindfulness or I talk about meditation or we work on grounding, it's not about going and find the quietest place in the world. Let's go and get ourselves completely away from people, because that's not the reality of a normal world. So for me, it's about sometimes it's about having that moment of just how can I just bring it back down? Because sometimes what happens is we look at a whole picture. How am I going to get through the next 3 months? How am I going to be able to cope? How can I cope without a cup of tea? Sounds hilarious now, Trace. How you doing? It sounds really funny, but it's serious. Whatever your "oh shit, this is real" is to you, it is to you. And that's the first thing I'd say to you. If that is how you're feeling that way. So that's your first thing. What I want you to imagine is that it's like a wave. So you're at a Mum, you've made me paranoid about touching my face now, and I've got an itchy head. So I'm going to get in so much trouble off my mum for this. I want you to imagine that you've got this wave on a beach. Thank you, Mum. And that this feeling comes in. So that the wave is the feeling that comes in and it comes up. So that emotion, whatever it is that you're feeling, it comes up. That's how I'm feeling. Whatever it is, whatever this shit is real is, it's that. So it's coming up. And I want you to know it's there. Recognise it's there. Feel it's there. But then what I want you to do, and this is the important bit, is at that point I want you to let it go. I want you to just let it go. Because what tends to happen is something comes up and the part of our brain that goes, there's an issue, grabs hold of it and tries to find a solution. And I promise you, nobody's ever found a solution when they've got hold of it. Because what happens, Jackie, hello Caroline. What happens is, while you've got hold of it, is it will just, you can't do it, your hands are tied like that. It's just, you can't think straight. The logic has disappeared at that point because emotion has got involved. So this is about just acknowledging it. Don't ignore it. Because if you ignore it, I promise you, it will come out as a burst somewhere or a collapse in a big heap somewhere. Which, by the way, are both all right as long as they're done in a manner that won't hurt you or anybody else, or upset anybody else too much or yourself too much. So it's about that. So one of the ways that there's, thank you, Jodie. It's so nice. I haven't seen these gorgeous ladies in so long, and now we're here. Literally, we just need to carry this on forever. So I want you all, if you can, to feel your feet on the floor. Just feel your feet on the floor. I know this is really random. Or feel your feet on a surface if you're able to. If you're not, don't worry about it, because I've been mindful of who we are and where we sat and what's going on. But for me, this is one of the things that you're able to do, whether you're in, whether you're out somewhere, whether you're on your own. But I really, really do, how you doing, Lizzie? Love this. So it's about connecting your feet to the floor. And I want you to feel where your heels are on your feet. And I want you to now, in your mind, imagine that you can feel the front, where your toes are, underneath. And just take that moment. And then what I always tend to do is I tend to, Ali, I thought about getting my soundball out. I really, really did think about it. Maybe Wednesday night. It's a long story and I'll tell other people about it again. We do need a giggle. So it's about feeling your feet on the floor. And take a really big, deep breath in. Take it in. And hold. And very slowly. Feel your feet on the floor. And again, back in. Hold. And as you breathe out this time, I want you to, any tension in your shoulders, just let that go. Feel those feet on the floor. And again, in. And out. And now I want you to breathe in your own time. What I do with the bottom of my feet, I imagine the most beautiful, big, thick roots, like a tree. So the roots go down, but they not only go down, they go out. So you can imagine a tree, it's not just down, it's down and out. So you've got that security. And just want you to take a moment that any tension you've got in your shoulders or your neck, just allow it to just go. Now, it often leaves me either through my hands or through my feet. Just let it go. Now, you may want to close your eyes at this. Actually, you probably will because no one else is looking. I can't see you, so that's fine. Just take a moment. Close your eyes if you feel comfortable to. Notice the backs of your legs on the chair and where your hands are resting on your lap. And this time you're going to take a lovely deep breath in while feeling your feet on the floor. Breathe in. And out. And in your own time, in. And out. Just imagine the wave that's coming in. And out. Any tension in your shoulders and your arms, just imagine it travelling down into your hands and out. Or down to your feet, through the roots and into the ground. You don't need it anymore. I have visions of opening my eyes and you're all gone. That's right. Come back. Slowly just start to feel your hands on your lap. Just wriggle your toes around a little bit. Come back. Like I said, I had visions of opening my eyes and I'm on my own. Be a bit right. Come back in. Oh, I like that, Donna. Smell the rose and blow out the candle. How gorgeous is that? Because that's absolutely, mindfulness is about engaging your senses. So one of the things that I've done, I'm going to show you my book, right? But this is the book I work with. I have two things I want to show you. And anybody who's done my classes, I hope this isn't back to front. Oh, I don't know. You either can or can't see it. I'm going to do that. It's a little self-care box. I'll get my wicker basket down from the loft. Ooh, that'll please Josie. You have to do that. This is about what can you do when you are feeling stressed. Because if you're sitting there and as that wave, that tidal, because that's what it feels like, let's be honest, comes up of anxiety or stress or whatever word you want to put on it, and you cling to it, that hasn't got anywhere to go. So it's about how can you release that? How can you get that out? Sometimes journaling is a great idea, or writing in a scrapbook, as I like to call it. Getting things out on a piece of paper, talking to someone you trust. Coming on here, that's what we're going to do Wednesday night. Talk to us. I bet you there's nobody who sits in that group who goes, that's just daft. They will all feel it. I shared my McDonald's story because it can sound a bit bizarre. But for me, that was my moment. That was my moment that I thought, shit, this is real. You know, because you watch it on telly, and I've heard my stories from my mum. My mum's in Spain, and my mum's told me, you know, that you're not allowed out in the car. You're allowed out in the car, but just at the supermarket, and it's like watching something on TV that's not real. And then you will have that moment. We've all had those in life, anyhow. You do have that moment where it's just like shit. So it's how can you get some perspective of it? How can you stay in a place that allows it to come up? Don't deny it. It comes up, but don't keep hold of it. Let it go. If some of the things that you're worried about are, listen, I'm sat here and at the moment, I'm lucky enough that I'm getting paid from the college. So I haven't got right now that moment of worry. So please don't think when I say you worry about this, that and the other. We all have different worries. Some of us have got little ones that are home for the foreseeable future. And it's like, what do I do with them? And I think whatever it is, it's about getting things down on it. For me, because I'm visual, it's about getting things down on a piece of paper and then making a plan. Because it's not about, right, if I do that and do that, it'll all sort itself out. And it's not, well, Nikki said to do this and do a bit of breathing, it'll sort it. This is about helping each other firstly. I think that's massively key. How can we help each other? That's what I'm loving about this group. We literally, me and Nick set this group up because it was like, we know how much work we do in the community, and I've got some really good friends who start off as learners. We're now really, really good friends, and it was like, how can I carry on supporting them and they support me? That's the key. I have my moments. I'm not. I mean, people who don't know me said, "Do you ever get upset or do you ever get worried?" Yes. Cried in McDonald's car park, limb services, all the glamour. But it's really important that you have some perspective on it, and that you know it's okay to be where you are, but don't keep hold of it. Don't keep hold of it. I know I can hear some of you kind of going, that's not that easy, Nick. No, it's not. It just takes practice. It does take practice. And little bits every day will make a big difference. Years ago, someone told me about if you can imagine that you were practicing swinging at golf. You can tell by the way I did that I don't play golf. But if you just change the angle of where that golf ball is going, instead of it going forward and you change it there, that over time, you're going to go that way. I hope that comes across and you can see that. But it's small steps you can take. And it is remembering to breathe. I often have in my head, come on, Pricey, breathe. Nick, slow down. It's okay. Because if you're doing that and you're talking to yourself as though you're talking to your best friend, what will happen then is you will then change the, oh my God, what's going wrong? You would no way would you turn around to your friend and go, you bloody idiot, what have you done that for? Why do you say that? Oh my God, you'll never do anything. You'd never talk to them like that. You put a arm around them. Probably not at the moment because I'm not allowed to do that, but a metaphorical arm around them. And you would be saying to them, it's all right, don't worry about it. We've all done things like this. So it's changing that. It's soothing yourself. Sometimes I almost imagine that I'm sat next to myself and kind of going, don't worry about it. It's all right. I remember driving into Liverpool and I have a bit of a thing about parking. Weird, but it is there. And I was driving into Liverpool. This is going back to a couple of years actually. Driving into Liverpool. Hello, Anastasia. Driving into Liverpool as everybody was coming out at lunchtime, and I just thought, I don't know where I'm going. I don't know where I'm going to park. I was dropping something off, and I could feel the anxiety coming up. But like I said, listen, each of us have anxiety over different things. Don't compare it to anybody else's. Just don't do it. It won't get you anywhere. And I literally, as I was driving, went, right, come on now. You're all right. You're going to be okay. Now, can you hear the change in my tone there? It's sometimes we have to have a little bit of a word with ourselves. Sometimes I have to go, right, Pricey, get a grip. And it's finding the right balance on that, because you don't want to be telling yourself off, because we've already got a critical voice that does that. That goes, you're not good at that. But it is having that word sometimes that just goes, right, let's have a moment. Enough of this panic, enough of this. What can we do about this? Is there anything I can do about this? Now, this is one of the things that we want to do in classes. What can you do something about and what can't you? What's in your control? We put that we put something on the other day actually, and that got a really good response. So I think I was just looking at it as good as I've just finished doing a therapy of it all. Oh, it is. I love mindfulness. It really, really is. And visualization is really powerful. But it's about doing something little every day. And this term, if I had been teaching, we were touching on things to practice. So I watched the film A Beautiful Day in the Neighbourhood with Tom Hanks about Mr. Can't remember. See, Nick, you know when you say that, it just comes out memory. Didn't know I was going to touch that. It's wrote on another piece of paper. So, about it'll come to me in a minute. And he was renowned in the 70s. He was a TV host for a children's programme, and he was renowned for being so kind and calm. Long story short, the journalist went to interview him and thought nobody can be that. Thank you, Jessica. Nobody can be that calm. No one can be that sincere. And he said to his wife, "Does he ever lose his temper? Does he ever get cross?" And she says, "Yeah, he does." He says, "Well, how does he stay this calm?" And she said, "Because he practices every day." And I thought, how amazing is that? If we can practice being a little bit calmer, if we can practice recognising our resilience, this is huge. This has never happened in our lifetime. Husband's about to come up, spaniels are about to come up, just so you know. Hello. Oh, they've had their hair cut and everything. You're going to get no sense out of me now. I'll go for some water. Hello. I'm just on live chat, Mr. Price, before you come in, just so you know.
So keep your clothes on.
Please keep your clothes on. Just him, my mother's watching this. See, they come in and I get distracted. I forget. I see my husband and I just totally forget what I'm talking about. Perspective, it's all right, beautiful. It's about that. What can you control? What is in your mindset? What are you able to do versus what are you not? There is no point, and I've had this conversation a few times, people are getting really stressed about how other people are standing too close to each other when they go out. Can I be honest with you? None of your business, right? If they're getting too close to you, hello? You coming in? No, he's not coming. He looks really cute as well as his haircut. I'll put some on for later. Pictures of him later. It's nothing to do with you. As long as they're not standing too close to you and putting you in any danger, or whatever word we're going to use here, it's nothing to do with you. It's just, and I have to be quite strong with that, because I think the thing is, we can all sit and worry about absolutely and truly everything. Where's it going to get you? It's going to get you absolutely nowhere. So it's just about just knowing what's in your control. If I, thank you, Mum, Mr. Rogers. I knew someone would do that. Thank you so much, Mum. Mr. Rogers, that was from the film It's a Beautiful Day in the Neighbourhood. Thank you, Mum. I do like it when I've got people telling me stuff I forget. I need this all the time, literally. So it's about recognising what's in your control. And I use my hands a lot, and anybody in class knows this. If something comes in and you can't, just move it. It's nothing to do with me. Because what is the point of me stressing over someone I've seen over there who's standing too close to someone else? Nothing to do with me. I want to go and say something. Probably wouldn't come into mind if I'm being honest, but that's some of the things I've heard. People coming to me, I'm getting really stressed about other people. Don't. All you need to do is focus upon yourself and your family, and what can you do in your circumstances. What are you able to do? I do feel like I've been going on with myself. When me and Nick were talking, Nick was like, I think I'll go on and I'll be on about 30 seconds. I went, we both know I won't be on for 30 seconds. Is there anything before I disappear? Has anybody got any questions? Have I actually taught you anything today? Have I calmed any of you down? I'm not talking about menopause today, Mother. That's because I've got no brain because of my menopause. Yeah, that's a whole different thing. That's a whole workshop within itself. Has this been helpful? If it has, please pass this on to other people. If there's anything in particular you want me to help to talk about, please let me know. Me and Nick will be doing the live Zoom on live. Stop. What's happening? Me and Nick will be doing the live Zoom on Wednesday evening. All details will be on there on how to get involved. You can get involved just by, thank you Jess for sharing, thanks Mum. You can get involved by clicking on that link. Nick will show how to do that. She's also going to do a really good video. You're welcome, Nick, for me telling you this. We had a discussion before on how to use Zoom. If you don't want to have the video version of it, you can just come on and tap in any questions. But we literally had 2 hours today just yapping. So that's what we want to do. That's what we want to do. Thank you so much for your kind feedback. I never know, because I just don't know whether or not you're still there or not, or whether Do you know what I mean? Whether I'm chatting to myself. But we all know, I quite like this. We all know I'm quite happy just sitting talking. Especially the can't control, but I love that. Oh, thanks, Ali. Literally love you all. I love it. I do. I genuinely, anybody who knows me, is you will only ever get me with regards to who I am, whatever comes out. I do tend to always try as well to come from places of where I've struggled or where I've seen something, or if someone's been teaching me something. I'm always open for learning. I mean, I'm having a great session with Nick tomorrow. Bless her, she's going to help me get over a couple of things that I'm worrying about, because one of the things I want to do is more of this with Nick and grow what I do. Potentially put some courses online, do all kinds of bits and pieces. So she's going to help me with that. But I think the key thing to remember here is it's just. It's all right. It's all right to be a little bit upset. It's all right to be a little bit scared. It's all right to feel the way that you're feeling. It's normal. I'm feeling it. Like I say, I had my good old meltdown at Limb Services outside McDonald's. Thank God I had my tea, is all I can say. But I just think, know that that's okay. That's where it is. But don't hold on to it. Just let it go. We literally did a 2-3 minute thing of putting your feet on the floor. I think the thing is, there's loads of great apps out there. Headspace is free. There's some really good stuff on YouTube. Go and dig them out. Me and Nick are going to put so much together. I mean, I don't know if you can even see this behind me. Oh, I'm moving my phone now, so we could end up with all kinds of palaver now. My nice new shelves. Emma, can you just notice how well these shelves are organised? Look at that. I don't even know what I'm showing you here. I could be showing you anything, couldn't I? Look at these shelves. Emma, look at that, all organised. Look. I'm only showing Emma because she knows how much I don't do organised, really. I have probably got more stuff. I could probably do courses for the next 6 years. So that's one of the things that we're looking to do. And Nick is like an expert in her arena. Absolutely. So she's teaching me, do you like thanks then? She's teaching me loads and vice versa. And we're just a really good mix together. Can I thank everybody and anybody who's posted things on site, who's liked, who's give us feedback. If you see something and it's positive, can you share it? That'd be amazing, because what we want this site to be about is positivity, as opposed to a bit of scaremongering, because we can all switch the news on for that. We can all put the news on for that one. And I just think this is about uplifting us. It's about being real and honest as well. You know, it's not about let's ignore it all. That's some of the things we're going to address. But please send messages through. Give us what would you like us to cover? What are the things that are worrying you? But just know you're not on your own. That's the biggest thing that I feel I do, and Nick does in her groups, is it's about realising you're not on your own. There is, I mean, we're flicking between 30-40 people that are watching it live, which is amazing. We'll also post this video as well. So all of a sudden, we're not on our own. There's a community. Look at how you're all talking to each other and you're talking to me. Trust me, the Wednesday night group. Yeah, I love my Wednesday night group. Didn't know each other, and now they drive me to distraction with the WhatsApps. I'm joking. I love it. They're there for each other. They're like, I'm bobbing out. Can I get this? Who needs that? I'm feeling this way. I have to go, but I can't wait. Oh, Jodie, thank you. He's so kind. I would just sit here all night, but I have a feeling my husband's just sat outside the door, so he's not misering me, which let's be honest, amuses me. He's not be on the phone. So we're all together. We are all together, and the more we're together, the more we will get through this. If you see anything good on YouTube that you want to share, if there's any particular songs, I mean, that was just one of the things I was thinking about doing. Let's do some, I've got it here, actually. No, I don't know if I'll be able to show you this. Oh, no. It said, don't do that. Things that you learn on a live, don't do that. That's fine. It's about doing some playlists. What songs are you listening to? What are you listening to? It is unprecedented what we're going through, but you don't have to stay being fed up and worried and miserable. Put some music on. Do things. Today, I've tidied out 3 handbags. 3 handbags. Like, literally, I've got a bag full of crap that needs to go in that I've been carrying around with me. So these little jobs that we can get done. And trust me, if someone had said I was going to be doing me handbags, I would have been like, you are joking. But it's very therapeutic. Just get rid of the crap you don't need anymore. Start with one drawer. Start with this. If you've got the kids at home with you, what are you going to do with them? Make some plans. Put some structure in for us, because we're humans, and humans need interaction, and humans need structure. Yes, it is change. No, I'm not doing my Nicodormal. We've had this conversation before. My mum's always trying to get me. It's not happening. Do it. Take pictures of it. Share it. Come on, because I think once one of us starts and we start to tell, someone else will be thinking about it. Go on, I'll do that. Whatever it is that you're doing, let's share it. Let's change. While we've got enough shit on. Next week, any films you can recommend. That's the other thing I wanted to do. Kind of, I put on yesterday about reading, and we had this amazing conversation about books. Me and Matta. And then other people joined in, and then films. Let's do that. What are you watching? What are you enjoying? Bang it on there. What books are you having on there? Let's start to really bring this to life in a way that works for you, because it needs to work for you. Are you with me? It's all right telling you what I like and what I'm doing, but I want to know what you're doing, because someone might not like what I'm doing. Because are you with me? Why would you all like what I like? Sort of declutter. I know. I got my worksheet out before about declutter. That's what we can do. Let me put it on my list of things that me and Nick are going to talk about. I'm only writing it down because I'm menopausal and I'll forget. Declutter. Thanks, Ali. Oh, that's nice. A visual Reiki share this evening. Thank you very much. Nick, I got there. My bathroom cupboards need doing again. Oh, Claire, do you remember when you did them last time? That was hilarious. But it is metaphorical. You do feel like you're doing something as well. So there's lots of little bits and things we can do. Let's put some structure in there. But also, can I just ask, put some structure in there to rest as well. Just have a moment to rest while you are off. Take this opportunity, because we're all that busy running around like blue mouse flies, that, you know what, if you want a nap in the middle of the afternoon, you can do it, because the way that if you're working from home, work from home, but work in a way that works for you. I tend to start work really easy. That's really early. That's what me and Nick were saying. I'm out at 6 a.m. and I'm taking videos. Come 8 o'clock, I'm in bed, and that's where Nick starts working. Nick works at 1 in the morning. Work with what works for you, but have a schedule. Think to yourself, these are things I'm going to do. But if you do get up and you can't do them for whatever reason, you just think, actually, tidying isn't the thing I fancy doing today. Don't then turn that into negative. Just kind of think, do a list of things that you can do at some point, and trust me. Kyle, hi. I need your name tag, Kyle. I used to have that, don't I? I'm going to get my boys on while we're here. Come here. Just before I go. Come here. Where are you? Budley? Who's this? He's a pretty handsome boy. Have you just had your hair cut? Can you see him? I don't even know if you can see him or not. Not very good at this way. Oh, you got me upside down. Is he, boy? Can you see him? I can't do that, can I? And I don't know where Romeo is. I'm presuming he's outside somewhere. Right, I'm going to stop. Sorry, because I will go on with myself, as you all well know. Thank you. If you want more of these, let us know. Wednesday evening, I cannot wait to be doing this with Nick. It'll be fantastic. Give us some ideas what you want to cover, and just join in. Please do. Thank you for staying with me, and thank you for your incredible messages. That's just made me feel really happy and less paranoid about doing it. Love to you all. Keep safe, keep washing your hands, keep our distances, but let's keep in touch, and let's keep our heads up. It's just, I've loved this. Thank you for your support, and I will see you soon. Mwah.